All right. Hi, this is Attican, and welcome to Surviving the Aftermath, Series 2, Episode 10. Now, we have grown quite a bit. We're up to day 125. We've grown up to 237 people, even though we're starting to turn people away at the gate because we just can't take these giant gulps of people they want to give us as quickly as we'd like. But here's our situation right now. We had a recent meteor shower, and it did some pretty good damage to our little colony, as they always do, and we're recovering from that. But the problem we have now is we've got a bunch of homeless because we took in a bunch of new people, and we're getting a lot of births as well, and especially because we're now moving to better housing. But that has uncovered another flaw. We don't have enough planks going on, so I'm trying to get a sawmill, a second sawmill set up here, and take advantage of this nice new forest that our forester has planted for us. And we've got the forester now doing his thing over here to try to set us up. I think that's right, yeah, to set us up another nice forest to use. But and we've got our sawmill here that has to walk a long way just to find any wood that's worth cutting down. But we need to set that up. We need to get those planks up there ready to go. And I think what we can do here, yeah, I'm going to cancel that construction. That'll put those planks out there for use. See, now we have 44. And our folks can pick those up and take them out to the sawmill. And now we should be able to get this sawmill done. And get those planks out there, get this done, and get another sawmill with a couple of folks working in that, and get our rate of planks. So as soon as we see this done, we'll go back and get on our housing. We're trying to fix our housing problem and get everybody in a house. The other problem we have is that these extractors are just too slow to keep up with our metal. Now you see a lot of metal right now, but the only way we were able to get that done was to turn off the tool production. So now we've got a whole bunch of people running around without tools, and that we don't want. So I'm going to resume a couple of it. We've got 2 tool shops. We're going to resume them. And let me slow down here a second and catch up with what's going on. All right, they'd like to have a feast. It just so happens we do have enough corn to get that done. And if you'll remember in an earlier video, I said we're going to start growing some corn just so we'll have it for a feast. Well, it's worked out. So now we've got a feast. Once we run this, see all that happiness pop in there, and we got a nice, well, I don't see it. I don't see any credit for it. Not too fast. Well, it illustrated happiness coming, but I don't see it as it's usually there's a record of it up here for a while, but I don't see that. All right. So again, where are we? So we want to get this housing construction back on track. And there, we finally got enough of this. So once that gets done, we'll set up their work area up there, and we should start seeing some wood coming in, and now we'll go back to building houses. The other thing we need to look at is water. I don't like the water situation, because if we had a drought hit us right now, we would be in trouble because our gap between our consumption and production, we're overproducing, but it's not that much. And if we doubled that consumption to like 480, that's going to hit that 7,800 storage pretty hard. So we need more storage and probably more production. So I think storage would be the way to go. Start capturing more of this, and we've got the large storage available, so we'll use that in a minute. But let's go out here. I don't want to waste time with these guys. I want them to keep them busy. Sorry, I got to catch up and think about what we're doing here. Picking up food with her. She's got some decent stuff to take back to the base. Oh yeah, I remember. These 2 are headed back to the base with things we would like to have. I'll make my video once per video plea for a go home button. We're gonna pick up some more antibiotics. And he's at 100%. We were sending him out. Where were we sending him? kind of a weak attacker. I'd like to have him picking stuff up. What would we really like to have? Really like to have components. Yeah, we've got a triple death components up there, but he's at 100%, so he should be able to do at least one pickup. And we might even get lucky, who knows? Probably not. He'll probably do one pickup. Where are we? Okay, so, we got some research. Let's see what we can do with our research. Okay, yeah. We're waiting on this. We're trying to get through this whole food block to get the chef's training. We've got production completely done. Then we'll go think about happiness. We've got security completely done. And probably last, we'll work on that. I personally haven't found the bartering to be as helpful. It certainly is nice. There are times when you can get good deals. But right now, in the current state of the game, I don't find the bartering that helpful. And the disaster forecast, I feel like if you're playing the game pretty well, you get sufficient warning. You know, given that in a day or so you're going to get a disaster. That's sufficient right now if you're playing pretty well. So, you know. Now, are we playing pretty well? No, not really. All the homeless and all these tools and all this clothing, it all kind of sucks. But we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. All right, here's our sawmills completed. So we're going to put another worker in there, and we're going to say, hey, go out there and cut down that nice forest we just grew. And we got a house with resources, so we'll start another one. And let's see. We've got 57 children. I've lost track of how many schools I have again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5. That's 50. Love to have another school. In fact, I think we might just build that next. We'd really like to get that 15% production bonus on as many people as we can. And this sawmill and logging camp is out of lumber to cut down. Let's send them right up here. And we might think about putting in another forester and see if we can't grow some nice forests up there, kind of up to the north, away from our main building, so that we have plenty of places for our sawmills and logging camps to work. Oh, and I did want to make a comment. Matthew commented. I've been calling this saying we're tripling production and 2.5 times. And I still stand by that, but Matthew is absolutely correct that this is really a 1.4 multiplier, because we're putting, if you discount the lumber or the firewood, we're putting 7 resources in and getting 10 mills out. And those 7 resources, it's interesting, he made me start thinking about it. I went out and thought about it for a minute and thought, you know what? If we really, and this could be a good early game strategy, if we really wanted to build up some mills, let me come back to that in a second. We don't need to waste time on these people. Let's get that concrete is free. Free as in not fraught with danger to be picked up. Where can we go do some more damage? Down here, I guess.
Okay.
damage that time, so he can try it again. Press his luck again. Okay, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, the cookhouse. Interesting early strategy might be get some farming, get a little bit of trapping and or fishing or both, and build 2 cookhouses and set one to meat meals and one to veggie meals. And guess what? If I'm making, say, 30 meat and 40 veggies at a time, let's say. Oh boy, here we go. Fun. All right, we've been through one of these and we got annihilated, lost, I don't know, 40, 50 people. From what I can see, other than having lots of iodine, which is so hard to find and takes forever to pick up and blah, 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 you got to have just a lot of hospital beds. Now we have, let's call it, we have 240 people. Each of these is 6 beds. So if we wanted everybody to have a bed, which seems ridiculous, you know, we would need like 40 of these field hospitals. So even to cover just a quarter of our population, we're going to need 10 of these. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to need 10 hospitals to cover them. Plus, we really need to get the housing up. I think more than this, we need to get decent housing up and get as many people as we can into the good houses so that we can protect these people. That's what I'm trying to say, sorry. Now, there is no, in case you're one, some of you still might be thinking there's to build a bunker or sound an alarm and have them go inside. It doesn't work that way. They just keep on working and they keep on getting infected. Eventually, everybody will get infected. We have to, and the whole thing is how fast can you churn them through your hospitals to get them done. So rather than build the hospitals first, what we're going to focus on is getting the good housing done and build as many of those as we can. And then we'll take our chances with what we've got here. And okay, and all right, I take back what I said earlier. This is where an early warning would have been great, maybe, to know that's what's coming next for us to prepare for it. So I take back what I said. That early warning could help us. We're going to end up needing more. We're going to lose some people here, folks. That's just, it's coming. The nuclear fallout is tough. All right, well, we know what to do. Just keep building houses. As soon as this one gets its materials, we'll start another one. Let's see, 37. No. A group of survivors arrived at the gate. 48 people. We could bring them in to give us more people so to account for the people who are going to die, but no, thank you. Sorry. Plus, they didn't have a specialist, and we're a little low on specialists. We can't get much stuff back there with just these 5 people. All right, Platty. Keep picking up.
What do you want? Will do. Yeah.
Oh, let's try this again. Oh, he's 2 for 2. All right. Uh-oh. Have we died? Our folks aren't moving.
Hmm?
All right, I'm back. The game crashed, and I've had to go back to the save where I was starting this episode. So what were we doing? So let's see. Okay, we were trying to get the sawmill done to get us more wood supply. We're going to cancel this construction to give us the wood to make it, and I'm even going to now apply my 2020 hindsight, and I'm going to go build another sawmill. And yes, some of you've commented. I completely agree. The first thing they absolutely have to adjust, fix, improve in this game, whatever word you want to use, is the scrolling. You really do need to be able to see the whole map. We're going to get that sawmill built up here and also build another one. So we'll have 3 sawmills going. We really need wood. And now I guess I'm cheating because I know that a nuclear fallout is coming. But in all honesty, that's the thing that you should be preparing for pretty much all the time is a nuclear fallout. I mean, that's what you should be working toward because that's the worst one. That's the one that's going to annihilate you. Although, you got to have water. You got to have everything. It's a good game. You got to have everything. Let's get these sawmills built. And you can't scroll through these, so if 2 of them get built at the same time, you kind of get in this position where I can't find the other one. Let's bring in our party boys. They can give us some meat and some happiness and what have you, and some infected people. And let's get this one moved over here and cut down these trees that our forester built for us. So now we should have 3 sawmills working. Are they all pointing towards stuff? No, this one is empty. Oh, that's the logging camp. But we'll move them. Let's cut down this little bit of trees right here near our base. And what else we got going on here? And as I said, we want to see how fast we can build good housing for these people to protect them from the fallout. See if that approach helps us. Oh, and Platy's carrying 28 antibiotics. Well, actually, technically, I don't. Right this minute, I don't know if nuclear fallout coming next, do I? I mean, I do because of the crash. I'm assuming it. Well, it may not get the same thing. I don't know. But I'm going to play it like I don't know that. I'm a decent player, but I'm not that good. So I'm going to pretend I don't know that and just keep doing what I was doing before because it all seemed pretty smart to me. It seemed like it was working. But building the houses, we definitely want to do no matter what. So now we've got more production. We're consuming more than we're producing, but that's because we're doing a lot of building. Got 60 children. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I counted 5 schools. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. I want another school, but I want to build houses first. Okay, that one's got what it needs. Let's start another one. tool production back on. Let's see if we still. We didn't get so lucky this time, did we? It really is. They do have random number generation because we, or pseudo random anyway, because we didn't get so lucky. We took 60 hits. That's a triple death. I don't want to hit that again. So we'll do a little searching up here and then head back with him. How many homeless do we have? Well, this shows a whole bunch. Am I going to have to count these again? We have 180 adults, but I don't know. Oh, wait a minute. And there's something that tells me shelters. We have 33 shelters. Again, I'll ask it again. I'm going to do it every video until I get it, like a squeaky wheel. Need to know what my housing capacity is. I'm going to keep building these houses because we want people to move into these nicer houses. It looks like that's what happens. If you give them a nicer option, they move out of the less nice option and into the nicer one. Although I can't find any less than 4. Oh, we're still. Sorry, we're still homeless. Never mind. Duh. We still have homeless.
Yeah. Okie dokie. Yep. Copy. Yeah.
Now, conversely, she hasn't blown up, and the last time she really did. Let's let him scout a little bit, see what he can find right there. Now, lots of things must have changed because shouldn't we have a warning by now that we've got a nuclear fallout on our way? So maybe everything changed with that reset. Maybe that's the way to handle nuclear fallout is just save your game and come back to it, or load an old save file or something. -3. What does that mean? -3 colonists are homeless. -3 colonists are homeless. What does that mean?
Can you see I'm busy? Yes. What's up? Alright. What? Okay. Yeah? Sure, why not? Can't you see I'm busy? Why not?
Okay, -3 colonists are homeless, but it looks like, according to this, like 100 colonists, or no, 30 or 40 are homeless. So I do not know what's happening here. Numbers are, oh, okay. Well, well, if you don't like nuclear fallout, start over. That kind of sucks. I'd rather have the nuclear fallout and deal with it, and not feel like I've cheated the game. But I can't help it. I can't help it. Build another one. A magnetic storm. It's going to hit our power. We've got 10,000 power stored. I think that's plenty. And we also have this nice little repair depot here. Well, they finished all their repairs over there. I'm going to move their work area back over here to cover the electric stuff. Then we've got a maintenance depot here. I'm going to move it over to cover these two turbines. Antibiotics, that wouldn't be bad to get. Ouch. I'd love to have the tools, but don't need to have him blow up to get them. Okay, so the only other thing about the magnetic storm is it's going to attack the buildings, if you will, the buildings that use electricity. And what we could do, if we wanted to, since we've got the space for it, we could set up another maintenance building. Where's maintenance? I've forgotten where maintenance is. Must be in here. No, must not. Health, here we go. All right, we could set up a third maintenance building. We'll have this one cover these two turbines. This one's covering most of our power generation and our power storage. So if we got a third one over here covering all these what am I trying to say? All these electricity using buildings, we could be in really good shape in terms of going through electrical storms and just kind of yawning when they happen.
What do you want?
Oh, here we go. 40 components. Nice. That's nice. And some clothing. Good deal. We could use that. Okay. Well, they came back with berries. They went out for bear and came back with berries. -8 colonists are homeless. I don't know what that means. All right, I keep saying that. I'm sorry. I don't mean to make poke fun. Work area. You can't expand it, unfortunately. So let's give them. We'll give them this area. That didn't work out so well. The work area on these things is too small. That's okay. They'll be available when we need the help. Let's see.
Do you want? Roger.
I'm going to have Salt keep looking for somebody to fight, and then I'm going to have this guy who's fast pick up these components and take them back to, well, we have 63 in town, and we can't even, we're not at a point where we can use them, so we'll pick them up and then go see what else. Okay, she's starting to get beat up. See our storm, it shuts down all our production, but we've got that battery. The batteries keep us going for a while. They might even keep us going through the entire storm. We'll see. But we really can kind of ignore it and just keep doing what we're doing. There's one that's let's move there over here. This building's damaged, so we'll move the maintenance over that way. A feast, yeah. Let's give them some more of that corn we were so wise to grow. 8 happiness to the economy. See, again, I saw the happiness flash, but I don't see any record of it having happened. Okay, we got some damage over here to those. There are hospitals that use power, so let's take this guy and move him over there. We've got some damage to this. I'm going to just manually set that one to be through it okay, and I have to admit that it is easier to manage that with those maintenance shops. We could have done it without them, but that did make it easier. Oh, we've died again. They're not moving. I think we may have to end this session. We may have to end this series. We're at 260 people. And we seem to have choked the system. I'll try one more time to... No, I can't. I don't have a save file. Yeah, I think we're done. I think the system has spoken. Series 2 has come to an end. We're at 260 people, day 131. We're really in solid shape. Once we get this housing straightened out and figure out how many people we actually have, we could go back and work on our water supply, get a little more power going, and then continue to build these extractors up so that we have enough stuff. We're starting to clear out our nuclear waste, so that's a huge benefit altogether. We've got a good supply of stuff, and we're in good shape, but I don't think we can go any farther, and I'm going to assume that we're just sort of hitting the limits here. I don't think it's an issue with my PC. some of you follow me know that for Work with the Resources, I got a brand new kind of big PC to play that game, and then it later just barfed out. I bought one already made, and it barfed out. So I got full credit back on it, and ended up going with my son, who's really into this kind of stuff, and he picked out the stuff for me. We built a really nice computer. I'll say together, but he did 95% of it. And it's really an outstanding machine. And so it's not a machine issue. It's not memory. It's not GPU. It's not CPU. It's not storage. Anything else. It is definitely game defects that need to be fixed. So I'm going to stop right here. And if there's any developers who ever watch, here you go with people. I wonder if this. I don't know if this is. I don't think it's using a door problem you had before, but they all seem to be walking without moving, and nothing's happening, and we're just sort of dead. So there we are. So I hope you guys enjoyed this series. It's a bad way to. I don't mean to leave such a bad taste in people's mouths for the end of the game, but I think it's got a lot of promise. I am enjoying playing it. I love the catastrophes. I love trying to deal with them and figuring out how to set up your colony to do its best to survive. I love the concept of the game. I like the look and feel of it. A lot of user interface changes I'd like to see, but it's very early access and there's a lot to be done. So I think I'm going to stop right there and stop doing this game until the next big update comes out. And when it comes out, I'll brush up my skills and do another series on surviving the aftermath. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it'll help you become a better player. I hope you'll like, comment, and subscribe, and join us for our next Surviving the Aftermath video.